Hello again. I am back in the basement and I'm crafting and using a new toy my wife got me for an early birthday and father's gift. It's a hot wire foam cutter. Some of you don't know, some of you do. I do crafting with foam, and I make a bunch of bricks and I turn those bricks into structures. Like this is a big one. So I take bricks. I take this foam, insulation foam, regular construction insulation foam, and I cut it into these 1-inch bricks. And then I glue those bricks together with hot glue. And I paint, and it becomes like a stone ruin. And I use it to play D&D. So my wife, being the super sweetheart that she is, got me a Proxxon hot wire foam cutter, which looks like that. And basically that little tiny thin wire gets super hot and allows me to cut the bricks so much easier. I usually use a utility knife, but the hot wire foam cutter makes it so much easier, so much faster. So thanks, babe. It's going to make this process a lot easier. So this is my second video. And again, just trying to document what I'm thinking about as I'm thinking it. As I'm thinking about it, not trying to remember, 2 or 3 days later what I was thinking about today. I can't remember what I did today a couple days later, so I document it in the moment. So I've been doing really well with my eating. I'm using MyFitnessPal to document my calorie intake and exercising. You can find it on the Google Play Store or the App Store. It's super easy. It lets you scan your barcodes for your food, and it has all of the nutritional value right there in the system, and if it doesn't exist, you can create it. So it makes tracking meals super easy. I have been doing really well. I have my calorie goal set to 2,320, I think. It's based on my height and my weight, I believe, which comes down to my BMI. And so far, I've been keeping every day under that calorie goal, which is really exciting. I'm learning that, eating is a means of fuel, not a means of good feelings. So as I'm doing this, I'm changing my thought process. I'm changing how I think about food. When I eat, I'm setting times for myself to eat throughout the day. I'm allowing myself snacks. They don't all have to be healthy snacks. I went and bought a big bag of broccoli, and one day I had that with a little bit of ranch dressing, light ranch, for dipping. And the next day I had an individual snack cup of Pringles. I'm trying to take this seriously, but also set myself up for success, not for failure. Which means allowing myself to be human. I don't need to be a walking salad. But I also can't have cheesesteaks for lunch every day anymore. So I'm watching what I eat. Like I said, I've been doing really well with it. I've been well under my calorie goal for the day, every single day for the past week or so. Under 2,000 most days, which is really good. And I'm learning that I need to eat when I'm hungry. It sounds really, really stupid. Those of you that struggle with weight loss, I don't know if you deal with this the same way. I eat because it tastes good, but I eat because it feels good. When I have that full feeling in my stomach, it just feels good. It feels nice. And when there's so much crap in the world, and there's so much other crap going on, and stresses from work or family or friends or whatever you're dealing with, maintaining that good full feeling, that it's a different type of high that I'm chasing. I know it sounds stupid to use the word high, but different type of high that I'm chasing. And it's toxic. It's toxic. It's not good to try to maintain that full feeling. You're constantly eating. As soon as your stomach starts to feel even the slightest bit empty, you immediately go for a full meal. I eat 2 sandwiches with ham and cheese and mayonnaise, and 4 slices of bread. It's 600-700 calories depending on what I put in the sandwich and what kind of bread I eat. And I'll get nice and full, and then a half hour later I'm like, I'm not full anymore, but my brain perceives that as, oh, I'm hungry. And then I go eat again. And I don't snack on an apple, I don't snack on a banana, or I'll go and have another sandwich, or I'll go and I'll eat breakfast, and I'll make 4 eggs, 6 strips of bacon, and 4 slices of cheese, and this crazy huge scramble that's way too big for me to eat. And I'll eat it all because I'm starving after sleeping all night. And at 9 o'clock when the kids are awake, I'm making breakfast for them, and I'm like, ooh, this smells really good, and I'm kind of hungry. I'm not hungry, I'm just not full anymore. So I'm changing my thought process to, is it 10:30? All right, I can have my snack now. Am I not hungry? Maybe I'll skip it. Maybe I won't eat my snack. Drinking coffee in the morning every single morning. And I wasn't eating breakfast when I first started this a couple days ago. And then one of my friends told me what a lot of people tell me: make sure you eat on a regular basis. Eat many meals, but eat them small. Keep your metabolism moving. So instead of skipping out on breakfast completely, I am having a low-fat Greek yogurt with fruit in the morning. It's 130 calories, super light, super small. But it helps me to kind of get over the hump of not eating breakfast. When I'm used to, like I said, eating, 3 diced potatoes with 4 eggs and scrambled eggs and cheese and ham and sausage, and this huge absorbent breakfast. It's enough for 3 or 4 people. So I'm changing my thought process, trying to do other things to get that good feeling. And not necessarily a good physical feeling, but to feel good. What does that mean? Does that mean that I go and I, sit in the basement and craft? Does it mean that I, instead of having a big breakfast, do I load up my laptop early and start work and knock out that project that I was working on? Does it mean that I allow myself to sit down and watch a half hour of TV, or go over my Kempo videos on YouTube? Shout out to America's Northeast. Whatever that means that day, I do something else instead. Instead of eating, I go do something else. Sometimes I just sit in the living room and think about how I'm feeling that day. Am I feeling like crap? Why am I feeling like crap? What did I eat last night? Trying to identify triggers. I've come to the unfortunate acceptance of the fact that I am lactose intolerant. Milk doesn't like me. So for the first time, I bought Lactaid to make whipped coffee, which is really good. So things like that, just trying to figure out what else makes me feel good instead of defaulting to food to chase that good feeling. I made for dinner tonight a really, really ridiculously good meal, consisting of chicken breast, vegetables, white rice, right, plain steamed white rice, and teriyaki sauce, and a couple seasonings like I used curry powder, and I used garlic and pepper and a couple things. But the main ingredients were white rice, a bag of frozen vegetables for a stir fry, chicken breast, and teriyaki sauce. And I skipped out on the soy sauce. The soy sauce, I thought I had low sodium soy sauce. I didn't. So I skipped out on the soy sauce. But I just cooked it all together, mixed it all up, and it was really good. And when I put it into my Fitness Pal, I made enough for 4 servings. So a half a cup of rice, 2 ounces of chicken, a tablespoon of the teriyaki sauce, and basically a fourth of the bag of vegetables. It came out to like 220 some calories, and it was delicious. I gave some to my daughter, and when I told her there was only less than 250 calories, she was like, "Oh my God, we're eating healthy!" as she shovels the food into her mouth. So she loved it. It was very good, and we have more for either lunch or leftovers for dinner tomorrow or whatever. But I'm finding alternatives. So instead of getting a cheesesteak for lunch, I have chicken tacos that are 200 calories a taco. So I'll have 2 tacos. Sometimes I'll have 3, depending on what I had for breakfast, if I ate breakfast, or what I'm planning for dinner. It goes back to changing the thought process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a short process. It's not an easy process. It's fighting bad habits. It's making a choice every day. When I go to the fridge, I go upstairs to make my coffee, and because I work in the basement, I go upstairs to make my coffee, and what do I do while the coffee's brewing? Open the fridge and see what there is to snack on. And I know what there is in there, and I know that I'm going to find something. So instead of opening the fridge to see what there is to snack on, I open the cabinet and organize some of the cans. Or I yell at one of the kids to come do the dishes. Or I sweep. Or I mop. Or I do anything else. Anything. Then open the fridge. I almost always open the fridge first. And then I realize I'm not hungry. Close the fridge. Get a cup of water. Changing my habits, and it's a choice every single time, and it's really, really hard. It's really hard. Telling your brain, no, you're wrong. You're not hungry. You're just not full, and that's okay. One of my buddies from work, his doctor told him it's okay to be hungry every now and then, and that resonated so hard with me. Because my brain wouldn't let me be hungry. My brain was, you're not full, you're starving, go get some food, fill it. It feels good. So again, just reiterating, changing the thought process, making better choices, one choice at a time. I'm not going to see, I'm not going to drop 50 pounds in a month. I'm not delusional. If I lose 2 pounds, a pound or 2 pounds a week, great. The battery on my scale right now needs to be replaced. So I have no idea. When I step on the scale, it says 1Q in a hieroglyphic picture. And I think that's a good thing right now. My brain is very quick to sabotage, very quick to tell a different story than what I'm actually feeling, or make me believe something that's not entirely true, because it's what's easier, or it's what feels good, or it's what distracts me from the bad. So it's a very different. It's a struggle. It's a fight. Sometimes I tell myself audibly, "Shut up. That's not right. What you're thinking is wrong, and we're changing that. Think this instead." And sometimes it's an internal conversation. Sometimes it's an external dialogue. Sometimes it's talking like this. It's interesting. It's interesting to try to reprogram your brain. But I'm doing really well. I have such an amazing support system. You know, I put that video out there, and I have friends texting me every day. What's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner? These are friends that have a full plate of their own, and they're taking time out of their lives to you know, think about me and think about what they want for me, and you know, think about making it better for me. My wife's constantly, you know, reminding me what to do and what not to do, and you know, how to eat better and better decisions to make. You know, my karate instructors are asking what's for dinner today. You know, just little things like that make such a big difference. To know that somebody cares enough to reach out is such a huge thing. To know that somebody cares that much, it makes that accountability that much more special. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trying to make better choices every day, and just take one step at a time. Next video, I'm gonna tell a story about that time I turned left, and that time changed my life in the moment. It's a good story. So see you next time. Love you guys.